Oh, I got scammed right before Christmas. um, yeah, so I was scammed last week. That's probably why I haven't been posting any videos lately. I've been trying to deal with that. For those of you who don't know, I am Tony, or BrilliantBum. You can call me Brill too if you want. But I am an old Navy veteran, and now I just go to school for business and make videos on the internet. Last week, I got a call while I was playing Hunt Showdown with little sauerkraut, my friend Keegan, and I got a call saying it was someone from my bank telling me that someone was trying to get access to my account and use my money. And I was like, okay, what's going on? What's happening? I'm in the middle of a game, right? I'm playing a game. I'm going to show a clip here right now.
Way out there or close?
Like in this area right here. Oh, I see
Close. Throwing bees.
Here you go. Got her. Fuck yeah, bitch. The spear is killed a guy with a spear. Pretty fucking cool. But he called me saying, hey, I'm gonna give his name because I know it's a fake name. So if you ever get a call from someone named Daniel Rogers, that's not real. He was saying that someone's getting my account and all this stuff and trying to take using my account to pay bills and stuff. The only reason I trusted him at the moment is because the crisis number on the back of my card was the same number that he was calling from. I should have known that maybe that was, I don't know. That's the only reason I trust him. And I was like, because at first he called me, I was like, yeah, okay, I don't trust you though, dude. And he's like, well, the number is, if you look on the back of the card, the number is the same as the crisis call line. And I was like, okay. And I had to go get my card and I looked at it while I'm still on the phone with him. And I was like, yeah, I guess it is the same number. Shit. Okay. This must be real. So he called me and was trying to get like information like, hey, have you used any of this stuff? He like asked like what were your recent transactions, and I should have known at that point too. I'm thinking about it now. But he was like, what are the last two transactions you have? I was like, well, I just did bits on Twitch one time. And he was like, oh yeah, I'm seeing that here. And I should have been like, looking back at it now, I'm like, fuck, I was so dumb. But looking at it, I'm like, okay, well, I guess he can see it, obviously. He's like, how much do you have in your account right now? I was like, well, I have like, I'm going to give you a fake number, but I have like $500 on my account. This is like $525. And he was like, okay. Yeah, we're seeing that too. I was like, okay, yeah, cool. So he's seeing everything. I'm seeing everything. And I'm like, okay, what's next? So he's like, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to transfer that money to your Apple account. And at first I was questioning the fuck. I'm like, why are we transferring money to my Apple account? Can't you just put it into a different account and like freeze my card or something? Can't you just do that? Wouldn't that work? And he was like, no. They're in your shit and they're gonna get it all. They're using my pay, all this stuff they hacked in, they got all your shit. And I was like, okay, fuck, what do I do? And he's like, you have to transfer all your money. Not even, no. So I told him I had $525 on my account, right? It's like, you have to transfer at least like 520. And I was like, okay, why only 520? There's like $5 left. He's like, well, if you have $0 on your account, then it's going to cause like all this issues and stuff. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I was like, that's sus, but like, why not just take the whole fucking amount, right? Because it's my money. I've earned that shit. And he's like, yeah, so he's like telling me like, yeah, we got to get your money transferred to this Apple account. And I was like, okay, I don't even have an Apple card. I don't even use that shit, right? Not even stuff that I use. I haven't used an Apple. Like I have my cards on my Apple account, but I never used like Apple Pay card. I guess there's like an Apple card you can use. So he told me you got to make one and transfer it on there. And I was like, okay, that's so weird, like and stuff. And then I'm while all this is happening, I'm still playing Hunt Showdown. Right, I'm listening to Keegan be like, "We're getting fucked up. We're all dying. Holly, where are you?" And I was like, "I'm on the phone with my bank."
He's downstairs. I killed his wife though. He's right there. Yep. He has a shotgun. Kick his ass down.
I got a shotgun too, bitch.
Oh, Tony. Yeah.
And he's dying. I'm hiding in a cave. It's crazy. And I'm like stressed out. I'm like, I got this call. He seems legit because he has the same number on the back of the card. So I'm like, okay, I'll move this money to my Apple account. At least it's on my Apple account. I can watch that. I can see what happens to that. And in case something happens, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, you got it all moved. And I was like, yeah, all right. So we're going to do some shit to your account on your bank. And we're going to like delete it and get you new cards and stuff, blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, cool. And it's like, so what we need to do also is make sure that your Apple account is secured. I was like, okay. And he's like, how can I do that? He's like, okay, well, I need you to log into your Apple account. I was like, okay. The email I had for my Apple account was back when I was like probably 10 years old, when I had my little iPod Touch, whatever, and you had the little wheel to scroll through your music because you needed an Apple ID account. So I was like, okay, let me log in. So I tried to log in. Of course, I don't know the password because it's a 10-year-old account. You know, I used some stupid password back in the day. So it's like, all right, well, we'll give you a new password and you can make a new password and recreate it and all that stuff. The password he gave me seemed legit, right? Because it was like, you know, when like a government or a bank gives you like a new password to use, it's usually like a generic like bank name, customer information numbers. And I was like, okay. So he gave me my bank name and the last four of my phone number. All right, this seems, I was like, okay, sure. So I logged in using that password and stuff. And he was like, did you make a new thing, an account and his password? I was like, okay, yeah, I did make a new password and stuff so I can get into my account. I was like, all right, cool, perfect. So, and all he wanted was that password so he could, now that I'm thinking back at it, he wanted that password so he can log into my Apple ID account. So I'm sitting there like, okay, what do I need to do next? And he's like, don't worry about it. We got stuff working on our side. We're going to get into your stuff. If you see a code pop up on your phone, give me that code. And at that moment, I didn't think he was like trying to log into my account. I thought it was like some sort of weird IT code that gets delivered when I don't know. My brain is I'm so distracted by Hunt Showdown and like doing this stuff that I'm just kind of like, okay, why? Like, why? I just want to get this done and over with. It was basically where I was at. I just want this to be done and over with, and I don't want to deal with it. So he calls me and the code pops up on my screen, and I was thinking like it was some sort of like code that he sent me so we can be like, yeah, you're on the same account and stuff and everything. But it was actually him just wanting to get the code so he can put his iPhone device, whatever, on my account. And what happened is that when like he got into his account and all this stuff, and I'm just sitting there, he's like, yeah, we're about 90% done. We're gonna get it through and fix and all this stuff. And it just kind of goes silent on the phone. He doesn't talk. He doesn't say anything. I'm like, is everything okay? He's like, yeah, we're working good. And then I look at my phone and I see that like someone is logging into your Apple account. And I was like, are you guys logging into my Apple account from Miami, Florida? I was like, yeah, that's us. We're just trying to get in to remove the guy trying to get into your accounts and stuff. I think he said that someone was trying to log into my account too at the same time. So he was trying to get in to remove that guy. And I was like, okay. He made it seem like there was a lot of person kept trying to log in. Like someone was attacking my account because they realized that I was deleted. And I should have known at this moment, but this is a bunch of bullshit. I should have locked everything. I shouldn't even transferred my money to my Apple ID. I think at that moment I was like, I'm in danger zone. My head was you know, like alert, alert, alert. And I was like, fuck. And I was just kind of like, this is really sus. And I saw an iPhone, I think 10 XR, whatever fuck popped into my account. I was like, this is really sus. And I was like, hey, there's a guy on my account. Should I remove him? He's like, no, that's us. Don't worry about it. I'm like, okay. And then seconds later, my phone goes like it just turns straight black and is like blah, and then like all that stuff. And I'm like, he hangs up, my phone goes to silent, nothing happens. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And I'm scrolling through and being like, I can't even log into my ID account now, my Apple account anymore. My phone got kicked off. I think it was removed and deleted from my account. I'm hoping we'll get to a whole Apple story later. Apple, you're in the shit with me, okay? So I'm like, what the fuck? So I immediately like call the number on the back of this card, right? And fucking I get robot like, hello, welcome to bank, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, hey, fucking AI robot, someone just fucking stole my money. I need someone now. And then I'm going to be honest, the bank I have is awesome and love them. I don't want to say my bank because I feel like that's a little too much information. So I'm calling them. I'm like, hey, and she's really sweet. She understands what's going on. Like, hey, this guy just got fucking scammed out of his cash. He lost over $500. He lost everything he had, right? And she's like, listen, we're going to get your money back. You're the victim, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like crying. I'm fucking bawling at this point because I just lost all the available cash that I have. And I'm just like in tears. And my mom is doing a play at the moment. She's like, hey, we got to go to rehearsal. I'm like, leave without me. I need to deal with this. So I'm just bawling, crying, all this stuff. And she's like, it's going to be okay. We'll get you your money back. We're going to give you new cards and stuff so you can use them. And basically it's technically not my money because they have to do like a whole like report and be like, hey, we got to make sure this guy's not scamming us because I don't, you know. And they were like, all right, well, we'll send you cards and stuff, but we'll give you we'll give you a reimbursement, but make sure not to spend it all because if we find out that you're actually hanging, we're just gonna take it back, and then you're gonna be fucked. So, which sucks anyway because I have so many. The economy right now, am I right? I literally just got a letter saying, hey, I live in a state that does property tax, so hey, you have like over $400 worth of property tax. I was like, oh, sweet. Just a cherry on top. After buying all like the gifts I bought for everyone, I'm like, oh, fuck. So it just sucks. But so they sent me, they froze all the accounts, sending me new cards and stuff. And it was like, okay, that's dealt with. My bank, my money is secure. Now comes the most part, because now this is basically useless. It's actually still useless because I can't update any apps. I can't access my Apple ID anymore. After I got off the phone with my bank, I called Apple, you know, like Apple services, like, hey, I need someone got in my Apple account and I need to get in there and delete, just fucking make sure that they're not getting in anything else from my Apple ID account. Because again, it's a 10-year-old account, maybe not even 10, like almost like 15-year-old account. And I have no idea what is on there. Of course, an old email. And I was just kind of like, what the, okay, I need that shit secure. Okay. So I get on the line. It's this guy, barely speaks English. And I'm like, okay, listen, someone got to my account. I need to make sure that I basically want to delete that account. I need to delete everything off of that account and like just remove it all. And he's like, well, do you have the password to that account? I'm like, no, of course not. They got in my account and changed my password. What's so hard to understand about that? And he's like, well, if you don't have your password, you can't get into your account. I was like, well, don't you guys have access to my account and stuff? And he's like, no, we ain't doing shit. So I'm like, okay, well, how else can I get in there? It's like, did you have other email attached to it? It's like, yeah, of course. I have double security and stuff, and I'm sure they removed all that already. And like, do you have a phone number? I'm like, yes, I have the phone I'm calling you on right now attached to that. Yeah, the phone I am calling you on is attached to that phone. And he's like, okay, well, try using that. I try to go on the computer, right, on my PC. I'm trying to log into this Apple account, all this stuff. Of course, none of it works because I'm really hoping that whoever scammed me just deleted my account. Is just deleted. He just took the money, deleted it, and ran. You know, I think he does because there's another story that I have. But I'm really hoping he deleted the account and just ran, because every time I try to log on, they're like, this account doesn't even exist. And I was like, oh, cool. So the dude on the phone, the Apple employee, was like, hey, we're gonna give you my manager, all this stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. And basically he tells me, I get on the phone with the manager, he's like, so you can't log in your account, you gave him your password, you did all this shit. Like, yeah, I need you guys, the owners of Apple, to get on to my Apple ID account and delete the people on there so I can get back on it. Because my credit card's on there, my debit card's on there. I don't know what the fuck else is on there. My emails and all that shit is on there. My phone number, I think even if you look at your Apple, like other devices on your Apple, it shows your IP address and all that shit. I was like, well, that's fucked. So I'm talking to the like, I guess, manager, person in charge of whoever it was. He's like, well, since you don't have your password or anything, we can't log on to your account and get access to it and remove people. I'm like, so why did I call you? Why did I call you, Apple? If you can't do anything, why? What? Like, I understand you have like a whole like security thing, like people from like stuff can't, like, I get it. I understand why you won't let Apple get access to accounts, because that's kind of like, hey, we can't access your accounts even if we wanted to, you know, like, I see that. But if someone's getting fucked, they're fucked. Like, I can't update anything. So if I have an app that I pay my bills on that needs an update, it's basically over. I have to so what they told me to do is like, yes, you're gonna have to make a new Apple ID account and just start from fresh. And I was like, okay, so what about my phone? How do I get my phone to work again? And he's like, well, you have to factory reset it. So there goes all my contacts, everything I have on here, all gone. I haven't done that yet because the process to do that is, if I want to do it at home, I have to go to like an Apple store or something. If I want to do that at home, I have to plug it into my computer, my Windows computer, and have it all reset and do all this extra jazz. I've tried that. The shitty thing about Apple phones, though, is this little port right here gets clogged in dirt and all that shit. And I haven't been able to charge this phone with a port forever. I've been using a magnet charger for the whole time I've had this phone, for almost like 5 years now. I've had to use a magnet to charge it. So now I'm boned. I can't. And it just boggles my mind that Apple has no control if someone loses their account data. So now I'm sitting here like, oh fuck, someone has to have my information now. Like, all that shit's fucked. I don't know what they did to that account. I don't know if they deleted it, which would have been good for me, or if they had a whole, like, just went through it, stole all the like contacts, all that stuff, and are in it now and just like stealing everything. And it just sucks. It really sucks. And right before Christmas too. And that's like the worst thing that happened. The worst thing, like, I watch all these like scammer videos, like people call it like find scam places and like try to remove them. And we hear horror stories, all this stuff. And as a viewer, you don't really get I've never gotten the feeling like, wow, that really, like, I just like, oh wow, that really sucks. I'm sorry for that person. But now that I've experienced that, it's very much like, wow, they just got all my cash, have all access to everything that I have. I'm living now scared that they can do whatever they want with my information. And the worst thing is, we can't find them. You can't get to them. There's no possible like maybe if I had like some sort of super IT fucking nerd who had all this shit and like could like track them down and hunt them. Even then you can't call the cops because like, hey, this person's like, well, do you have proof? I was like, I don't know, I don't even live there. And it's like, they're like, yeah, we can't really, like, my bank was even like, yeah, we can't really do anything about it. There's nothing, like, we can just give you your money back and like make sure that you're not scamming us, but they're pretty much scot-free. And I'm like, what? You know, like, the fuck? You kidding me? That's insane. Why? This doesn't make any sense. And just living like that is kind of like, what? I'm like, I went to the theater that they were doing and I was like, this is awful. Like, my whole gut is gone. And I was just kind of like, what the fuck? I really want to find this guy and just get him a good fucking sandwich. You know what I mean? The crazy thing is, though, too, is so I have to go to school. I'm of course I'm in school. We were like the last 2 weeks of school, so I'm like studying for finals. I'm doing this play. I'm, you know, all this shit. I'm stressed the fuck out. I was glad I was able to have some time to play with Kraut, playing Hunt Showdown, but golly damn, so I don't have my card or credit card, nothing, and I have to drive 30 minutes to get to my school every day. So of course, and I drive a hybrid, so it's kind of okay. But one day it was like, I think Friday or whatever, and I was like, holy fuck, I don't have any gas left. I have like, my tank said 30, like tank said 60 miles left. I was like, all right, I need to, yo, can someone come down and give me my card? Because it should be in the mail. My buddy comes up and is like, yeah, I got your card and stuff, and here's all your stuff. And as soon as my buddy's handed me my card for like so I can activate my card and pay for gas, I had to meet him halfway from one place to the other. So I'm like, my tank's basically at like 5 miles. You got 5 miles, and I had like 20 more to go. So he hands me my card. It's in the envelope and stuff. I open it up, and guess who fucking calls me? Guess who motherfucking calls me? The same motherfucker that just scanned me 5 days ago. Daniel motherfucking Rogers. He's like, hey, this is Daniel motherfucking Rogers. I'm here because someone's trying to access your account and all this stuff. Is this Tony? I was like, yeah. Why are you calling me again? And he was like, well, someone's trying to get access to your account and all stuff. I'm like, you have some motherfucking balls to call me. And he's just, I was like, okay. Right when I got my new fucking card too, I was like, this is crazy. He's still pulling the same shit. If he calls me again, like again, he probably scratched me off of like his call list or whatever. But goddamn, it is crazy. Yeah, so yeah, that's probably why I haven't been on like doing videos or streaming. I've just been, you know, everything just on me, and I was like, holy fuck. But hey, I'm getting energy back, so I'm back. I officially started my Christmas break, winter break, so all of next week we're gonna have a video. All of next week, it's probably gonna be Beyond Two Souls going in. We're probably gonna be streaming as well, probably like on Mondays and Tuesdays with Kraut playing some Hunt Showdown, and maybe I'll stream on the weekends as well. I'm hoping to do a video every day. That is my hope and prayer. I hope to do a video every day. So yeah. But yeah. For those, I'm gonna give some advice just from the experience that I've dealt with. I hope most banks are like this, but banks are never gonna call you to get information from you. They're not going to ask you to transfer your money ever. If a bank tries to transfer your money, switch banks. They're never going to have you move money. If you have an Apple ID account, if you have an Apple card, never, 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 ever tell anyone your password. Don't even if they tell you to change your password and you need to log into nothing, change your password. But if they try to send you a code, or if a code pops on your screen, never share that code. I think most of the codes will even be like, don't share this with anyone, please. And I should have, saying all this advice right now is like, holy fuck, I'm such an idiot. And that's just the way it is. The people who scam you do it for a living. So that's what I got told all fucking week. Was like, people who scammed you, they do it all the time. Obviously, because he tried to call me again a week after, didn't even remember my fucking name. So it's just business for them. So, I think if someone does the same thing to you, check your accounts while they're calling you. Make sure nothing's happening and be like, I should have been like, hey, okay, I'm going to call you back. I'm going to check my accounts and I'll call you back. Hung out. I should have looked at my account, see if any transactions are happening, and should have just called them and be like, hey, someone tried to hack me. Someone said that I was losing money in my account, and it just sucks. It's a whole shitty situation. But again, bank's never gonna call you. At least my bank won't. So if anyone says they're from your bank, don't trust them. Get your Apple ID secured and never share that password. Because if someone gets into your Apple account, you're pretty much done. Because Apple can't get into your account anyway. So if you have an Apple phone, maybe, I don't know. I'm definitely not going to get another Apple. I'm probably going to move to like I don't know, some other Android. Probably move to an Android because this whole situation is just fucked. But I understand, like, yeah, it was totally my fault. The whole security broke and stuff. But they got to understand I'm pretty good at tech stuff, right? I understand all this stuff, and I was stressed out. Imagine this being your grandma. Imagine this being like a 14-year-old kid. Because even like 10-year-olds now have fucking Apple accounts probably now. So if a kid's like, oh my God, let me put my mom's credit card stuff in here, and like, come on, Apple. I'm sorry. I'm so pissed at Apple. But yeah, if it sounds suspicious, hang up, call the credit card line, make sure shit's okay. People, I'm sure the people at the bank deal with that all the time and are like, yeah, no, we would never. They would probably explain how their system works on stuff. But anyway, this video has gone on for 35 minutes. So I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it not short, but it's going on for a long time. I got to edit it too. Anyway, keep your stuff safe. Don't share passwords. Don't trust people on the phone. Unless it's your grandma. Even if your grandma asks for your phone number, don't give it to her. Or not your phone number, but your email or your passwords or nothing. Don't ever share your passwords. That's really where I fucked up. So, or don't have anyone change your password for a good reason. So, anyway, have a good day. Stay safe. And Daniel fucking Rogers, if you're watching this, go fuck yourself. All right. Have a good day. I don't even want to call him Daniel Rogers, because it's like Daniel Rogers is probably out there living his best life. It's probably a fake name for sure. So whoever fuck is using Daniel Rogers, ID code 7276357. You're a fuck. And I hope you fucking shit, I shouldn't say that. I hope, oh God, I want to say so many things. Damn it, YouTube, for make me be all PG. Fuck you.